Steve Gamache here for Chef Knives to Go, and this is the Matsubara G3 Nashiji Bunka 180mm knife. So this knife is all stainless. The construction and the specs are listed here. Keep in mind these weights and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife since they're handcrafted. The core steel that you can see peeking out from the edge here of the cladding, here's your cladding and here's your core steel. The core steel is what's known as Ginsan or G3 or Silver 3 stainless. It's a fine grain conventional stainless steel that works great for kitchen cutlery. Easy to sharpen and will take a razor sharp edge. Heat treat's about 61. Rockwell plus or minus on that. The cladding is again stainless. It's a soft stainless cladding and it's got a Nashiji or pear skin mottled finish on it. These knives have a lot of handcrafted character, hammer marks and variations. Every knife's going to be unique. So there's your Nashiji finish. The weight on this knife is 157 grams or 5.5 ounces. And the edge length is almost 190, 189. And it's about almost 7.5 inches on the edge. So this knife has some, some length to it. The overall length is 326 millimeters or about 12.8 inches with this handle. And then the spine, these are fairly thick coming out of the handle, but then they thin out pretty nicely. So this has about 3 millimeters thick, this particular one, right about there where the back of the heel is. And then I measure about halfway down, about 1.9 millimeters, 2-ish. And then you get this corner for that reverse sword tip, and then it gets nice and thin at the tip. You can see a pretty generous grind here, so that thins out really nice towards the tip. The tip will fly through stuff. You can see how thin that is. And then here's the back of the blade, the choil shot, and it's also quite thin at the back. So the performance on this is really, really good. You can see that the heel does have kind of a back sweep to it. Height is about 53.8, so pretty generous. The neck is fairly narrow, and then again you got that kind of back swept healer on it. It's called the chin back there. So there's a good spot there for your finger for a pinch grip. And the handle is octagonal, just good basic walnut octagonal handle with a black Packawood ferrule on it. So nothing fancy, but good serviceable handle. They've got a nice glue up job here where it goes into the tangles into the handle, so sealed up nicely. Handle's fairly light, so that's going to bring the balance point forward a little bit. And that's actually a good thing on here. That puts that balance point for this knife about right there, which for me is almost right on the money for a pinch grip. So for most folks, it'll be kind of in the range of where they are for a pinch grip and makes that knife nice and nimble. Good neutral balance on it. Fit and finish is quite good on these. They've got good grinds, nice straight blades. They've done some work on the choil, the spine. So there's some embossed kanji on the left side, or excuse me, the right side of the blade as you're holding it, using it. You can see the Nashiji finish on there. And here's the left side of the blade. One thing that's cool about these is they've got hand engraved kanji on the left side of the blade. You can put your fingers over there and feel the raised edges from the hand engraving. So very nicely done. And then there's the Nashiji finish on this side. You can see some hammering and different marks in there. Nice fit and finish, a bit of polish to the edge. To that core steel peeking out from the edge. They've rounded off and polished the spine. They've done some work and cleaned up and rounded off the choil in the back. So quite comfortable out of the box. I'll give these 6 out of 10 on the out-of-the-box edge. Decent out-of-the-box edge, but you can really get these things sharp. Fairly stiff blade, as you might guess. Good clean grinds. Let's take a look at the cutting board edge profile. Let's see how this one stacks up here. So what you'll see here is a typical style for this Bunka. You've got a fairly low tip here in relation to the center line, so you're not going to get a lot of rocking capability here, but you can see it's fairly flat on the back half, so I've got a good chopping section in the back. It flows into that stop back there. Not a whole lot of belly towards the tip. I'm digging it in about right there, so you can rock over small stuff, but probably nothing real big. Scallions, no problem, stuff like that. But tip draws are super easy with this. Boom, boom, boom. And push-pull cuts, glide cuts, chopping towards the back. So pretty versatile profile. That tip sticking out there does let you get in to some smaller spaces, like if you're trying to clean ribs out of peppers, bell peppers you've cut, stuff like that. You can get in there with that. So just a nicely crafted package, easy to sharpen, cool handcrafted character to it, and all stainless construction. So this is the Matsubara G3 Nashiji Bunka 180mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.